So Ramon hit me and Corey up a couple days ago, and he said, "Hey, here's this idea I have."
Ramon hit me up and said he's making a bunch of burgers to say thank you for people supporting him. And I said I'd be there in a heartbeat to help him out.
At first, he said, "I'm thinking of doing this for like a fundraiser for the community to bring donations," and we're thinking like, "Oh yeah, like for sure." My boy unfortunately tragically lost his house, so we're thinking he's trying to re-up. Turns out that wasn't the case. He wanted to do this for other people, not himself, for the people of Altadena, Pasadena, anyone affected by the fires. So when we realized that he was doing this for, the community and not necessarily for himself, it's just like, dude, how can we not come support?
Ramon's just the nicest dude ever. First time I met him, he was nothing but positive. He's a teacher in the community of Altadena. Just can tell he's just a good dude at heart.
I found out what was going on tonight. I used to work here, was making cider, assistant brewer. I knew Ramon from his pop-ups here. My first time having his burgers were fantastic, and he was genuinely just like one of the nicest, most down-to-earth people. Just always super, super cool, down to talk, and was just super excited about what he was doing with his pop-ups. And it was like really cool to see somebody who was just kind of like doing something grassroots and just stoked on it.
Yeah, it's rare to find good people like him in the food industry.
Oh man, I mean, it was important for the food and beverage industry to mobilize because this city is so fragile in that community as is. I mean, I think this is going to affect the food and beverage industry incredibly hard. It feels like everything in the city already does, but this is going to be an impact that we'll feel for a very long time. And I think the food and beverage industry professionals are the ones that feel it first and are the ones who sympathize the most and will try the hardest to keep their friends, families, and selves afloat in times of need.
Not too long ago, I was thinking about it, this exact same thing. Like, damn, you know what? I see a lot of people offering like foods, hot meals, obviously like, monetary goods and donations as well. But it's like, I think breaking bread still holds like a lot of weight in this community. Like you just don't break bread with anybody. So the fact that I'm able to share a plate with like you or other people or people who, unfortunately lost something or they've been displaced, like that says a lot. And I also think too, if you're like anyone that loves to cook, cooking has this like therapy behind it and the ability to share that with someone else. It's not necessarily for yourself. It's like doing it for other people. And if you're able to break bread with someone, that's like a sign of respect, like at the highest level.